once I'm done with this, we can double clean it. Maybe we can beat them, or we might have to ask for any.
I don't know if it like auto threads, so I'm gonna just run it and see if it.
We're not invoicing it. Yeah.
It doesn't look like it.
What are we saying it's eating? What are we cooking them? They're
Probably should have pulled out more.
Where's King Server's located?
So I'd pull out maybe like that much.
Okay.
Right.
And that would expose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this gets exposed, but that's why these are called daylight spools because you can. The idea is that you can load them in the daylight, but because like light can't hit the film this way, right?
Gotcha.
But if I went outside right now and tried to load this outside and like held it up like this, all of this would get, and then light could kind of creep in between. So you want to kind of
be in a fairly dim room.
like go in the car rather than load it outside or something like that. Right? But you always want to make sure that because this way you're safe. Light can't penetrate this.
Exactly.
Part, right?
Exactly.
So it's safe to load it, in this kind of lighting. I would try maybe pulling off like this much at first, and then popping this on. And when you put this on, you want to make sure it kind of like, really fits on there, right? Because it could feel like it's on, but not really. So you want to just get it on there. And then this part, you just kind of hold it on both sides, and you just kind of get it in there, and you'll kind of feel it catch, right, on a tooth, right? And then you kind of follow those red arrows. They kind of go up like this. This thing opens. This gate opens. Right? So then the arrow shows you how big of a loop there has to be. There has to be a loop. Because when the film, there's a claw that comes down, right, and pulls on the film like this. You want it, there has to be a loop so that the film is pulling from the loop and not from the reel. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't want to fight because
it needs
it just needs like the same amount of film on both sides, whereas where this starts out as 100 feet and it ends up being 0, right? So the amount of film, the amount that it needs to work changes. But if there's a loop, it's always just pulling from the loop, right? So then you kind of just
until it's no more.
You put it in there and you kind of just follow the size of the loop, and then you close this.
And that keeps it secure.
Yeah. Right?
Nice.
And then you do the same over here, right? You kind of follow that red arrow for the loop, right? And then you kind of jiggle it around in there. You'll kind of feel it catch, right? And then this one, you can kind of take up the slack, right?
Nice.
And then this one, I pull it out, right? So what you can do is, because then it's going to take up this way.
Gotcha.
So then you can just kind of put it inside this slot. There's a little slot in the reel. You just put it in there, and then just kind of take it up a little bit by hand, and then you can pop this back on. This reel is, see, they're square. The spindle that it pops on are square. These reels are square on both sides. This one's square on only one side, so you can only put it in one way, right?
And that's because it's single perf?
No, I mean, I think it just kind of was made that way so that you don't turn them around or something. But like we have more of these reels, and they're square on both sides, right? So then,
and it doesn't matter which type of reel I use.
No. So then you just kind of take up the slack, right? We just kind of look at it. I think we're,
it's pretty simple.
Pretty close to what everything. It's
wow.
So here's the moment of truth here. Right on.
Nice. Thank you.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah. I was so intimidated by.
No, man, this is cool. These are so simple, man. This is gonna you're gonna be right. I mean, I think you're gonna be happy with.
Definitely. Even just with this lens,
so a 25 millimeter lens on 16 millimeter for 16 millimeter film is like normal.
Close to like eyesight.
Close to your eyesight, right?
Okay.
So I would just try using that for now, because we don't know what the deal is with this. Something ain't right about it. So.
Are you testing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But so let's see Let me close this
Yeah.
and let's see how long. I'll wind it all the way and see how many seconds
Okay.
it runs, right?
Okay.
And you can jump onto my computer and do what you need to do. Because I've already missed.
We're all set on this.
Yeah, if you could sign that
Oh,
one, your copy's here.